Put your flags up in the sky, put them in the sky. Trouble on the wall. And wave them side to side, side to side. Flags are loud. Show the world where you're from, show them where you're from. We are one, baby. Show the world we are one.
Hello and welcome to Economics, Unit 3, pages 16 to 17. We will not be skipping anything on these two pages. And let's go ahead and get started. So, debt financing. This is taking out a loan or borrowing money for your business. Whether you're just trying to get started and you don't have the initial capital, or maybe you already run a successful business and you are just trying to expand it or invest in new or better technology or some other big plan you have for your company. The bottom line is that all businesses have to engage in some kind of debt financing at some point, especially if you want to grow. If you do want to go beyond just your single store, and even then, you might still need to invest to keep up and compete with other newer ideas and businesses. It is important to know that everything that we talk about today involves risk. If you engage in any kind of financing for a business, you are putting quite a bit at stake. If you fail, you will lose more than just the business. Your life won't be over, but it's going to take a while to dig out. But the rewards can be great, because if you could get enough success, make enough profit to pay back that loan, and then continue to have the benefit of that startup, you now have the recipe for a successful business. But just so you know, there's a lot of risk involved. So, just like with anything else in economics, you are going to be comparison shopping. You are going to be balancing trade-offs. What are your opportunity costs for what decisions you're going to make? And there's 4 different things you're going to be looking at when trying to figure out what is the right financing for you. One, of course, is interest rates. There's going to be an interest rate, no matter what. But they go up and they go down. So right now, you might be looking at the interest rates and you look at them and you think maybe they're high. Well, should you wait it out? Maybe you should wait for your loan. Maybe you should wait for this expansion or this startup until the rates drop. Or maybe you think they're as low as they're going to get, which means maybe you need to get into gear and maybe start sooner than you originally anticipated, because you want to avoid the interest rates going back up again. So that's something to think about. Financial condition of the company. So benefits and costs of this company. If you already have a company, that is, or even if you're even starting one, what is the condition of that company? Like, do you have enough, land, labor, capital to really make it work? Do you have and even if you get the capital through a loan, because again, that is what you're trying to do here, do you have the right ideas to really make this work? Is this the best time to be investing this kind of money, or is your idea maybe not quite ready to take the leap? Because once you take out that loan, that timer starts, that interest starts adding up. So what's the condition of this company that you're going to be investing in? This is mostly something about when you've already started a company and you're trying to expand it or grow it. What is the market climate? This is good no matter what your situation, startup, expansion, whatever. What's going on? Is inflation really high? Is deflation high? Are people spending money right now? Or are times kind of tough and people are not spending money? So maybe you don't want to make a big investment because people aren't going to buy your product just right now. It's the economy's too weak. Is there some other thing? Maybe the product you're trying to sell right now, there was somebody else who has a bad reputation about it. So maybe you want to wait for that to cool out. Or maybe right now it's all the rage, whatever product or service you're offering, and so maybe you need to get into it now. Market climate. Is this a good or bad time to be starting a business for your specific good or service that you're going to be supplying? And finally, control of the company. Are you going to do it by yourself? Are you going to need a partner? Multiple partners? Do you need a temporary partnership? Who's going to have control of the company? So, 3 types of financing. First, short-term financing. That's borrowing for less than 1 year. 1 year or less. And this is generally just for short-term kind of cash emergencies. Like surprise things that come up on you didn't expect to have to pay for, don't quite have the cash on it, or maybe some upgrade in technology that's not too huge that you know would really benefit you right now. Anything where you'd be able to pay back that loan in 1 year or less. So there's examples here on the board or on the screen: trade credit, unsecured loans, secured loans, line of credit. These are the things you might want to take notes on in your book. I won't read through them. You can pause and just copy down these summaries. Intermediate term financing. This is borrowing for 1 to 10 years. This is for bigger investments, like maybe you need to buy some new trucks for your business, or maybe you need to purchase some land, or start leasing a new building, or outright buying a new building. Land could be more like you need a parking lot, or you need to, it could be a lot of different things. You're not necessarily creating something, but you're investing in new major purchases that it's going to take a while to pay back. And this is generally limited to just loans and leasing. You either take a loan to buy it, it's usually backed up by some kind of mortgage or collateral, or you're renting it, otherwise known as leasing it. Easier to get, lower monthly payments, but you're not actually going to be able to buy and own the property through the lease payments unless you switch it over to a loan. Because if you take a loan, that means you're actually trying to own and it'd be yours. So at some point when the loan's done, you have full ownership. Finally, we have long-term financing. This is borrowing for longer than 10 years or issuing stock. Major expansions such as building a new factory or major machinery, like major machinery, like I said, factory territory, not just buying a new truck or a new trailer or something like that. You are a tractor. You're buying like a whole series of assembly lines with robotic parts and automated systems. This is some major investments that you know are not just going to come 1 year and go away. You're going to continually be seeking new sources of investment. So bonds is one of those long-term ways that we've talked about in the past. But there's also stock. There's 2 types. Common stock, and it's aptly named because it's the most common type sold. All public corporations have to do so. If you buy stock in a company, you're giving them money, hoping that their value will increase, and then you'll be able to sell a piece of that stock and get money for it. Or you even get some influence. If you buy enough stock, then you get to vote on decisions that company makes. But if the company tanks, you will lose that investment. Preferred stock, corporations like to avoid it. It's not ideal for everybody all around. Buyers get no rights, but they have lower risk, but lower reward. And the reason why a lot of companies don't like it, to give it out if they don't have to, is that only actual performance value affects the value. So what that means is that common stock, even if they're doing bad now, if they can convince enough people that they're going to turn around and improve, that can make the stock value increase, even if the company, whether or not the company ends up actually doing well or not. Now eventually it'll catch up with them and it'll match reality, but they can kind of fake it with good marketing. Not preferred stock. Investors and people's opinion cannot affect it. Companies doing well, preferred stock is valued well. A company's doing poorly, preferred stock is valued poorly. But they have preference to get paid back before common stock in case of company failure. That's it. Don't forget the Edmodo quiz, textbook assignment, Unit 3, pages 18, 19, and 20, 37. Get all of these done.
Everybody put your flags in the sky and do what you feel.